Alright, in this video I will show you how to punch needle using my punch needle kit. Let's get started. The essential equipment are all included in this kit. We will review the essential tools and materials to get you started with punch needle embroidery. Everything you will need is included in the kit. First, we have punch needle. There are various sizes of needles. In this project, we will use a regular sized needle. Secondly, we have monk cloth. Monk cloth is a special kind of backing fabric that is essential for punch needle embroidery. Third, yarn. The yarn size must work with the needle size and backing fabric density for the yarn to stick to the fabric. Non-slip hoop. Unlike other hoops, the non-slip hoop is designed to hold the fabric in place. One piece of blank fabric and black yarn for you to practice. Before you begin your project, I would like you to watch the whole video and start practice with the blanket fabric that I provided for you. Alright, now let's take a look at how to punch needle. Let's take a look at how to put backing fabric on the hoop. Separate the hoop rings by releasing the screw on the top of the hoop. Place the smaller ring on a flat surface. Then put backing fabric on top, with the pattern side up. Then put the outer hoop on top of the fabric to push it down. Twist the screw to tighten. After you have tightened the screw 70%, continue to pull fabric from the top, bottom and sides of the hoop to make the fabric as tight as possible. Once the fabric is tight, you can twist the screw until it is 100% tight. To thread the needle, insert the threader through the small hole at the tip of the needle and then through the tube of the needle. Then place the end of a yarn through threader wire loop. Pull the threader back the same direction through the needle tube and small hole, back to the same place. Adjust the yarn length accordingly. You don't want to have a too long yarn sticking out, because the bit that sticks out, you are not going to be able to use them and you're just going to waste it. How to start the project. Punch the needle in between the fabric weaving thread lines all the way down through the fabric surface and flip the hoop over. Pull the shorter yarn through until it comes out. Flip the hoop back over and adjust the yarn on the top side to ensure the needle and yarn are at the fabric's surface. You will learn one basic stitch in this kit. To create the stitch, skip every 3 holes or every 4 vertical thread lines off the fabric. The stitch length should be approximately 1 cm in length. However, you can adjust to make it shorter or longer. You will see sometimes you need to fill in a small gap, so the length of punching can be shorter. I would recommend you to experiment and play around. This is just a suggestion for you to get started. How to end the stitch? To end the stitch is very similar to start. Basically, just punch the needle through the back of the fabric and cut the yarn off at the same level as other loop yarns. If you have yarns and on the top of the embroidery, you can cut them to 1.5 cm and use the tip of the scissors to put the yarn through to the back. Here are some important rules for punch needling. Number 1. When you punch needle, you want to face the front of the needle towards the direction you are punching. If you get confused, you can always use a marker or a sticker to put on the wooden handle so you remember which way is the front. Next, Punch the needle all the way down until the base of the needle hits the backing fabric. When you punch, tilt your needle a little backward at 60-degree angle and then punch in before moving the needle upright at a 90-degree angle. Lastly, don't lift the needle too high after punching. The best practice is when you lift up the needle, you can lift it up slightly, tilt it back at 45 degrees angle and slowly and glide the needle forward toward the next punching hole. Alright, next I would like to talk about how to move on to the next row. To continue to the next row, skip one thread, moving directly to the next hole. You do not want to skip a hole because if you skip a hole, you will see that there will be a wide gap in between each line. Alright, now I would like to talk a little bit about common issues that could happen, that if it happens you might wonder how to solve the problem. Let's begin with, what if the yarn doesn't stay in place? Check if you push the needle all the way until the base of the needle touches the fabric. Secondly, check if the yarn got caught on something and cannot move freely. Thirdly, make sure that you don't lift the needle too high. Next question is, if I made a mistake, how to undo the work? It is very simple to undo a stitch. Simply pull the yarn out of the fabric and use the needle to gently scratch back the thread of the fabric to go back in place before you continue. What do I do if my yarn has a knot? It is normal for a yarn to have knots sometimes. You can end the stitch and restart at the same place where you left off. Alright, now let's start punching the welt. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it is helpful and help you to start your punch needle journey smoothly. And if you have any recommendation or anything you want to know more, you can always comment under the video and contact me if anything is not clear and you need help. I'm there for you. Have a good day guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.